Hi everyone, welcome to Sacred Timings with Swati. I'm Swati Kameswar, and in this video, we're going to talk about bold new beginnings and the energy of this week that is enabling us to take solid steps ahead towards our highest expression. So let's get started. So here are some key dates. You can see there are a lot of transits happening during the week, and you can see that Uranus plays a big role in the transits this week. So let me just quickly go through these. We had on Monday Venus conjunct the moon at 13 degrees Leo, and that starts Venus's journey towards the underworld. And this Venus's journey, uh, basically Inanna's journey, if you've heard of the story of Inanna and the seven gates, as well as Inanna's journey towards the underworld and then back into empowerment, that 19-month cycle of Venus is actually what inspired the Inanna's story. So this is the very first step, the crown chakra gate on her in her new 19-month cycle, and it is significant. This 19-month cycle is significant if you have Leo prominent in your chart. If you have nodes, angles, or planets in Leo, then this is significant for you. So after that, we had Moon square Uranus. We have the Virgo New Moon coming up tomorrow, Thursday, and it is trine Uranus. And then on 15th, we have Mercury direct and the Sun trine Uranus at 22, 23 degrees. So Uranus gives us an opportunity to take a brand new bold step ahead, and we'll talk about that. And then, of course, all of this is feeding into the equinox next week. So getting clear on some action steps ahead can really help because equinox acts as that launching point towards a brand new path for us ahead. So let's first talk about Mercury direct. And before that, I just want to quickly share about Venus direct and Jupiter going retrograde. They went, this happened within a day of each other last week. And Venus's underworld and the retrograde cycle in the last few months would have given us clarity on our values, on our priorities. What do we love? What are the loves of our life? Where do we want to focus our energy? We hopefully have gotten clarity on that from Venus's RX cycle in Leo. And now Jupiter going retrograde says that all the false stuff has been, or at least a lot of the false stuff has been transmuted, the facade has fallen away. Now dive deep into what is important for you. So Jupiter stays retrograde till December 31st, and this is giving us an opportunity to take solid steps to build a strong foundation, which is based on these new clear values that we receive from Venus's retrograde cycle. And now this week, Mercury goes direct. So here are some journaling prompts for you. What clarity have you received for your path ahead? What has become clear for you? What needs to stop and what needs to be amplified? Secondly, how did your perception change? What can you see now that was invisible? And the Uranus transits of this week are really giving us access to a different way of looking at things because Uranus changes our perception point. It changes the our point of view, and so it can definitely break open patterns that may have blocked us before and give us access to something new. And so this new vision, how will you direct this new perception you've received to fuel your sacred work and your life path ahead? And then on Thursday, we have the Virgo New Moon at 22 Virgo, trining Uranus at 22, 23 Taurus, and then Sun trine Uranus on September 15th. And this is all about bold new beginnings. So we want to take advantage of this opportunity to take some really concrete steps ahead. Now, Uranus awakens us out of old patterns, and it can be very disruptive if we are resisting change. And so, notice where are you being asked to go? Like, what is your guidance telling you? Where do you need to go ahead? And notice if you're resisting that. The other thing with Uranus is that we can really feel it in our body. Nervous system gets very stimulated, but the earthy energy of Virgo can ground this. And if you take solid, simple steps that can really help to ground this energy and not get overwhelmed by all the different possibilities, it is definitely an energy for moving us out of our comfort zone. And that is such a um, key theme throughout this whole year, moving out of our comfort zone to do something new. The fortunately, the presence of Virgo can make it simple. Like if you add new habits and new routines to your day to day, and you take practical steps, Virgo can reduce the overwhelm. Virgo also adds a lot of humility to this energy. Uranus can be, the Leo energy of Venus and Uranus squaring, all of that can feel like it's too much sometimes. And Virgo adds that sense of perspective that big change can happen with a simple, humble step. So, here I want to share that if we have to grow into our highest expression, it is going to require us to grow outside of our comfort zone. So, if you notice that you are hitting a stagnation point in your life, it may be time to try something new. And if you are noticing resistance coming up, and with this Uranus transit, it can really pull us out of the resistance very quickly in a disruptive way. And if that brings up fear, fear of loss or fear of failure, I invite you to completely eradicate the word fear from your vocabulary and replace it with experimentation. Because this completely changes the way you perceive your experiences. If everything was an experience, then there is no sense of fear of failure that comes up, because it allows for more freedom to show up in your life when you are not fearing trying something new. And um, I also want to share here this my own experience of going out of my comfort zone. So, for me personally, this week has deep significance because I welcome in 50 new engineers into my group coaching program called Personal Mastery and Professional Development. And this program transforms burnout into clarity and passion. And this program I began back in 2017. It had very humble beginnings when I started it with a small group of women engineers who were also friends. And I was deep into my own personal transformational journey at that time. I was becoming aware of the Pluto transits that were creating a lot of change, and I was learning new things related to how to handle and navigate change. So I was very excited to share what I was learning. So I invited them, and not only did they say yes, but they invited their friends. And before I knew it, I was coaching 20 women between the years 2018 through 2019. And this took me very much out of my comfort zone because I was talking about personal stuff, and I'm a very private person, but I was talking about personal stuff and the hard emotions and the stuff that is sometimes not easy to talk about, especially with folks who may not necessarily be your friends, and particularly in such a technical environment, engineering, it's very much mental, intellectual, and I was talking about emotions and diving deep into emotions then. But during those years when I was going out of my comfort zone and sharing things that I was not necessarily comfortable about and talking about brand new things, it was then that I realized how much I love this craft, coaching, and I decided to invest in training and learn new skills. And eventually that helped me to move out of my role as engineer and engineering manager to become a corporate coach. And I designed this beautiful curriculum, and I've been offering it since the last many years. Now, this everything that I offer, it has grown so organically over the last many years, and I continue to add new skills. And now I'm adding intentional creativity as a way to transform the inner critic into the muse. And I realized that in the past 6 years, I've gone out of my comfort zone many, many, many times. And this journey has not only been exciting, delightful, exhilarating, it has also been scary because of the uh, putting myself out there in new ways and really allowing my authentic nature to show. It has been scary, but it's also been so exhilarating. And my willingness to go out of my comfort zone was at first driven by a deep, deep desire to live an authentic life. I really wanted to share what was true to me, and I didn't even know what was true to me. And so that took some exploration. And it led to an intense commitment to find out what I was good at. Like, what was I good at apart from my skills as an engineer that would also make me feel alive? And as a result, I discovered many new skills that I was good at, many new interests came up, and now I'm bringing all of that into my work as a visionary coach. So, what I want to share here is that when you enable yourself to step out of the old paradigm of fear and self doubt, and even doubt about whether things will work out, again that comes from fear, then your soul may surprise you with how it wants to express, and it might reveal to you delightful new strengths and unique skills that make you feel alive. So if you want to explore your hidden and unique strengths, um, allow yourself, give yourself space to do that. And this week, with all the beautiful transits and the energy that is supporting change leading up to the equinox, and then we'll have the eclipses, there's always an opportunity for taking a step forward, asking yourself, what makes me feel alive? What are my hidden and unique strengths that are authentic to me? And then taking steps towards that. This is a beautiful time to do that. And if you would like to go on an epic journey to do this, and if you want to really give yourself a committed space and time to explore what is your highest expression, I invite you to this beautiful journey, Power of Balance. It's my signature one on one program where we curate a path to your highest expression. We use astrology, sound healing, intentional creativity, coaching, all sorts of tools to curate consciousness and embody the gifts of your highest expression. And some of the things that you will receive during this program is you will learn lifelong skills for working with transits. You may be going through a particular, maybe a Pluto transit now, and sometime down the line, you may have a family member or a friend going through that. And the key thing with all these transits is that even though they may show up as tough planetary transits that create big transformation, there is a way to working with it. And it is not really about all the seemingly negative stuff that we face when we go through change, but it is about curating your consciousness to embody that highest gift of the transit. And so we work with all the planets in this program. We honor the rhythm of the cosmos, your natal chart. We invite forth the highest essence, embody the superpowers connected to it, and embody the benevolence of these energies so that you can experience the highest essence of these. And as you work with your natal chart in this way, you really start to develop trust and peace while navigating unknown times. The fear starts to just dissolve because you just have so much faith in your own creator abilities to be able to navigate through unknown times. It's a very powerful and constructive way to work with the unseen and the unknown. This allows you to be at cause. You are not at the effect of external change, but you know how to deal with change and how to bring forth your highest essence during this time. So it allows you to go beyond karmic healing and embody your creator energy, which consciously is able to create your life and your path ahead. And through this process, we embody the unique strengths. Your natal chart is encoded with all sorts of clues and all sorts of tools to help you live an authentic life, a joyful life. And through these through the curriculum that I've created in Power of Balance, you wake up authentic expression and exuberant creative drive. It leads to you feeling alive. So even if you are going through what can seem like a challenging time, there's a lot of aliveness because you are having faith and trust. You know how to move through these transits, you know how to call out the highest essence and curate a path ahead. Ultimately, this allows you to have a very deep personal connection to Divine Creator. You're connected to all your voices within the voices of guidance within you, all your muses within you. And that inner guidance is what lights up the path ahead for you. And finally, this results in consistent access to an up-leveled default mental and emotional state. And this eventually spills out into your relationships and career. and we have all sorts of beautiful. There's a lot of curriculum that we go through that I've created. There are pre-recorded videos, there are coaching calls, as well as intentional creativity workshops, which just bring so much delight and play into the process of transformation. In fact, one of my clients who has gone through this program, she says, "You make transformation so fun." And I was like, yes, it should be fun. Stepping into our highest self should be fun. It should be filled with delight. It should not just be about moving, putting your head down and moving through hard times. And I think, especially as we move into this new earth, new paradigm energy, if there's no play and joy and fun, then what is the point of that? So, if this interests you, you can check out the Power of Balance page at activateyourtruthandpower.com/links. Power of Balance is the very first button right on top. And you can also reserve a time to talk with me. It's a complimentary 30-minute call to see if to explore if Power Balance is going to serve you at this point in your journey. All right, that brings us to the end of this call and to this video. And I'm wishing you ease and joy as you walk into new beginnings this week. And we can stay in touch in any of these ways that I've listed here. Thank you very much. Bye.